Okay, hi. I think that we're live now. Hey, here's the new branding. Look at that. Isn't that life changing? Doesn't that just change everything for you? Look at this business. Who knows me best decided how to improve my art branding. There's some contention over who that is. There really isn't, because I have disclosed more to this person. So okay, I'll pull that down now. And yeah, okay. Hi, my name is Christopher Runsman. Welcome to One Page Story Extravaganza podcast, uh, where I get inspired by suggestions or ideas from one-page stories that come my way. I produce at least one finished one-page story every day, in addition to other stuff I do. Here's our page on the screen from yesterday. The suggestion for it was, I got it written down, drawing conspiracies and reading chickens. This is from I drew a piece with a chicken in it last week, and so one of our good friends of the channel here said this just makes me want to read conspiracies and draw chickens now. And so when they started doing that in their own stream, and they said I couldn't help myself. I wanted to read conspiracies and draw chickens, and I said, well, at least it wasn't the other way around. To which immediately one of her subscribers named Elisa Sauer suggested that that should be a one-page comic. So here we are. Okay. We've got people joining in. Let's see. What's Frankly says, Father, I know you best. Frankly Mapleton, my adopted son from Texas who wants to be Canadian. And Leah's here. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Leah. How you doing? That's all I got in the chats for now. Okay. So, yeah, if you like this sort of thing, if you like what I'm doing here, thumbs up, huh? Don't forget to give a thumbs up in the it's a place where you put thumbs up. And if you want to see the originals from the pages that I do, feel free to go to my Patreon, because every time I post whatever the new page is, I also post the originals there. And it's $3 a month. It's like the cost of a nut and a bolt at a hardware store. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't looked into the prices of those in a while. Everything's more expensive now. So yeah, that's about it. So that's Canadian, by the way. If you want to check out which one of these things as I'm doing them, make sure that you've subscribed to the YouTube. And we have a whole bunch of these images for my pages now. We did a whole bunch of these. And so if you want to see what ridiculous thing I'm doing next, you should subscribe so you can see each of these ridiculous posts for my daily streams. Hey, it's Friday. All right, it's time to get to work on today's page, but I usually do this before we do. Pardon me, on a Friday. This is this week. Monday was, oh, no, that's the other one. That's the Storytellers page. I was editing this because this is going to be in the new book. So let's just get rid of that. Okay, so Monday was the big city streets of Toronto. This was an idea that Lori and I had talked about while we were in Toronto last week. And then I'm a driver. I'll take you where you need to go. This is a page made from 3 words, 3 prompts: car, groundhog, and hobbit. Okay, so that's how this page came together. Car, groundhog, hobbit. Panel 1, 2, 3. There you go. Okay. Page 3 is a man card. Man cards is when you have friends that have streams, and on their streams they will just suddenly start talking about Barbies for a while or something like that. And so what they'll do is they'll throw a card on the table in front of the camera of a superhero or a monkey, and that occupies the men while the ladies talk about Barbies. So this is a whole page, a whole comic page as a man card. So there's all kinds of glistening things in this. Then we've got Full On Vice. That's yesterday's page. The suggestion for this was Miami Vice action story as a comic page. But all I could think about when I started drawing this was, it's way too hot in Florida to have action. So, the end of it ends accordingly. So, and then today's page, conspiracy chicken. This is for a friend. This is a friend to the channel here. Who's here now? Hi, Didi. Oh, look at all the hearts. Look at this business. Wow. So there's our conspiracy chicken page. It's life is strange. What's true is subjective. If a chicken tells you something, it's true. You have to believe the chickens. These are the rules. I don't make them. Okay, I made it, but that's that. Okay, so all right, it's time to get to work on today's page. So let's take a look in our suggestion book. So yeah, you got the pink hearts for the man card. I'm glad you like it. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras. And I went through this week's pages because it's Friday. I hope it's Friday. I lose track of days all the time. Let me switch to our overhead. So there's the original. You get a quick peek at that, and then I'm going to put it away. Woo-hoo! That's drawn in ballpoint pen. I killed a pen on this one. So I took a pen out, and I went a third of the way down on this one. You go through a lot of ballpoint ink when you're drawing in ballpoint pen. So, okay, where is the clipboard? Hey, I'm over here. All right, so we're gonna go to this size, which is 8.5 by 11 heavy grade cardstock, and so I have my book. This is the book. His name is Rodrigo, and I get the whenever I get one page suggestions, I write them down. Yesterday's stream, we had a whole bunch of great ideas about if Canada. The question of the day was, if Canada was a themed park, what would it be called, and what would its mascot be? So, yeah, this is my bot. This is what Didi calls my bot. My bag of book of box of tricks. In this case, it's a book. Okay, so all right. Well, since we're here, let's do this. Who will back you in a fight? My cat will. All right, and this is Didi Willingham's suggestion, so brace yourselves. It's gonna get weird. Greetings from Santa Barbara. You're in Santa Barbara? So how'd you get there? Did you drive down the 2 and then turn at San Lucas and then find your way from West Corvina to get yourself on the way to Santa Barbara, or what? For those that don't know, on Wednesday next week, I will be on Jim's show. So take a look for Jim Luhan's channel, and 10 o'clock EST, 7 o'clock PST. This is Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be talking about how he's doing on his new animated movie on his podcast called Hey Man, How's Your Movie Going? So, all right. Okay, so today's page right there. There you go. So I'm going to catch up on some of this. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Oh, there's Didi with the bot. Jim with the greetings from Santa Barbara. The book bag box of tricks. There we go. Hi, Jim says to everybody. Hiya, Jim. Hiya, Leah. Everybody's saying hi. Hey, man. All right. So yesterday was ballpoint pen. I prefer the Papermate 1.0. It is the pen of choice for me for when I'm drawing in ballpoint pen. It just is. You get a high control of the gray lines in it, the gray to black transitions. I just like it. All right. So I hope everybody liked the new screen for my daily stream. This was Lori's design. I'll just show people one more time in case they didn't get a chance to see it. There we go. Today's title is Letting Who Knows Me Best Decide How to Improve My Art Branding. We got a whole bunch of these images for upcoming pages. Episode 123, one page, Daria Extravaganza. Okay. Jim is tucked away in a great coffee shop working on the full fungus, waiting for Leanne. Love this town. Nice. Does it make you want to break out in song? Kind of like a Tony Bennett kind of a vibe? Is it one of those? All right. For anybody that's new, this is how I always end. So brace yourselves. All right. So today's page is... All right. Dee Dee says, pizza. I don't know that's what that means, but that's how I'm reading it. Okay. So I just flipped the book open. There we go. Face 1. Let's go. Today I'm going to be drawing in pencil crayon, or I believe in the Americas, you call that in your language colored pencils. I think so. Boy, you guys in Americas are strange. I got a whole big old box here of the colored pencils, and we're going to make them work. All right, yeah, this is these studio pencils. They're not very expensive. In fact, I picked them up at the dollar off stores, and, Okay. Oh, here we go. Chris, fun fact, Martin Gore lives in Santa Barbara, Montecito. Have you ever, Jim, you're at Santa Barbara. How much farther down the road is it to Hanna-Barbera? Martin Gore from Depeche Mode, everybody. Okay. Color pencils. Pencils. I like how you say that. All right. For those of you that wonder these things, because I do get asked some strange questions, why is there a positive sticker here and a right sticker there? Because my other clipboard has a negative sticker there and a left sticker on that one. It's simple. Uh-oh, twinkle pies. Do a whole page using Rose Art crayons only. I don't know what those are. What is Rose Art? What is Rose Art crayons? Hiya, twinkle pies. That's a great sentence. And what is a Rose Art crayon? You have to explain that. Put it in the chat. You know what? The chat would be so much different if you could put images up in the chat, wouldn't it? I mean, it's a good thing, but it would be also a bad thing. Let's be honest, right? Because people would put some awkward situational pictures in there. All right. The cheapest of... He said, and the cheapest crayons ever made. Even school kids don't like them. The cheapest of cheap crayons. The bane of a child's existence. Oh, my goodness. That's intense. That's intense. I'll have to find some of those. Snap! You guys are great. Okay, so today's page is Who Will Back You in a Fight? My Cat Will. This page idea is suggested by Beauty William. Yeah, you don't want to snap your twinkle toes. I'll tell you that right now. Do your best not to snap your twinkle toes. All right, so I'll just start with so I've got I gotta say I really enjoyed yesterday's page. I know I say that a lot. I know, but I enjoyed it because it's fun to just stretch a little bit and push to do an entire page in ballpoint without just straight to paper, and there you go. Parents would say it's the same as Crayola, but nay. Nay is right. You two are in cahoots with the greatness in the conversation here. But I say nay. So I'm just building up the image here with some red, and then we'll start adding some more values to it. But I'm just getting into it to start off with. So where are we at? Today's decision to incorporate our fancy new branded images is from Lori saying that I have to, come on. As cool as it is to show the page every day, people need to recognize that this is silly fun. And I said, well, however could I do that? And she said, just put your face on it. So we had a photo shoot. That's right, a photo shoot. You gotta say it that way. And she took some snaps of me in my natural poses. And here we go. We've put the first one up. And so we've got, I'm gonna let you in on the secret. We've done 2 photo shoots, okay? One with me and one with this sleeping beast over here to the left. And yeah, so, you know, we gotta decide if we're gonna alternate, if we're gonna do me for a week and then, you know, Corbin for a week, or we're gonna do this. What would be great is if we could do, you know, the header where it's got me doing whatever ridiculous thing I'm doing at the moment, and the next day if I could just get Corbin to do the same things, that'd be awesome. But you know, what do we got? Lori's on to something there. Oh yeah, and she says she's up to all kinds of trouble. Lori rocks. She does. How's Corbin? Corbin is good. He is sleeping. He's fine. He recovered completely fine. No traumatizing experiences from going to the veterinarian. Have Corbin host. Corbin co-hosts. But I put a video up today on YouTube, separate from our regular stream, of how Corbin helps me in the studio every day. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see an uploaded video of that. Hi, everybody. Look out, everybody. It's Frankly Mapleton. I'm back. And pink waving. So, yeah, so I put a video up. I was up this morning at 6, and taking out the old recycling and Garbaggio, and sat down in the studio because I'm not a person that can just go back to bed. And Corbin was immediately pestering me from like moment 1 this morning. Moment 1. Tungato says, I saw that. Oh, good. Did you make it a short? No, I'm going to need to do that, I think. I thought I made it a short. Maybe I didn't. It could have been worse. It could have not said shirt and said something else. Right? Shoot. Come on. Language. Question of the day. What town is your happy place? Hanna-Barbera. For Jim, it's Santa Barbara. But for me, it's Hanna-Barbera. Might be pronouncing one of those the wrong way. I'm telling you, Jim, look on a map. It's just down the street. And man, does that place get animated. You know what I mean? Like, that place is lively. And when you run, it makes this sound. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Is anybody picking up on these references? Jim's favorite happy places are Pasadena and Santa Barbara. He feels at ease in those cities. Also, Funky Town. Gotta get away. Jim, if I'm ever in the area, would you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me? Nobody's more disappointed in me than me. You know? Does anybody else have a favorite place to be? It's when you say what town is your happy place, that's the specific question. What town is your happy place? Are those places towns? Because I'm pretty sure that Santa Barbara is way too big to be a town. Unless, again, you Americans and your weirdness, you call different things towns. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so snoring. sitting beside me snoring. Eventually I'm going to get a better camera, and then I'll be able to turn it so you can see him snoring. I'm anxious anywhere I go. Anywhere? Really? Anywhere? See, I was going to make a whole, I just don't go anywhere, I try to use facilities joke, but I didn't. Okay, I did a little bit. Just sort of leaked out. Sorry about that. Oh. I'm mostly disappointed in myself. Now I hope everybody has Funky Town stuck in their head. Not me. That's not what I got stuck in my head. What I got stuck in my head is 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love you. Boom, boom, boom. Hey-oh, there you go. Let's see. I love the town of St. Mary's. It's very pretty, but don't eat at the no, St. Mary's is okay, but don't, if you go to the next town over, do not eat in their town restaurant. It is terrifying. St. Mary's is all built out of flagstone, fieldstone, river stone, big honking blocks. Pretty, and it's up a hill and over a river, and bing, right? Dee Dee says, I have Ancient Aliens running on the TV in the background. Does that count as a funky town? It could, or is it something that's more of an alien town? Dee Dee is all into conspiracies and chickens. Something like that. I don't read today's page. Something like that. All right. Here's a fun story. So this church we used to go to, one of the elders there, he wanted to bond with me, I think, one day and said, hey, do you ever watch Ancient Aliens? And I'm like, why? He goes, I love that show. Oh, okay. All right. Because I thought at first he was baiting me. And yeah, I love that show. I watch it all the time. And I didn't say, like religiously joke. I didn't do that. But he said, some of the things they say on that show are just outlandish. But some of them, they're getting close to things. I really feel like they're getting close to things. And I'm like, I could never look at that guy the same again. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am. Drawn chickens, reading conspiracies. It's the only way to spend a Friday afternoon. I didn't have to check. You did. You. The guy's got some hair. I think everybody focuses too much on the Ancient Aliens TV show on Georgia. I think that not enough people give respect to David because, that guy has made up entire movements in the Ancient Aliens community from his misquotes. It's fantastic. Something he said on the whole Ancient Aliens, whatever that documentary movie that was made with Charlton Heston and his son, the claim he made on there about giants in being the history of actual giants living in North America being suppressed by the Smithsonian has been quoted innumerably since. But, Giorgio's not the brightest Baghdad battery in the pyramid. Hi, Janet. Sorry. Oh, thank you. I'm laughing at what Twinkle Pies just said. Hey, Twinkle Pies, there's somebody I'd have back me up in a fight. That whole cartwheeling motion. That's how I fight. Okay, so our rather charming and sophisticated individual that we have here. Dare I call him a sophisticate? Dare indeed I do. Today I am listening to Rubber Soul. I can kick. I can stretch. There you go. Molly is highly respecting of that. And kick. Except for you're not 50. What do we got? Am I missing stuff? No, I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up, everybody. So yesterday we did ballpoint pen, and I had somebody reach out to me with and they might be here, I don't know, but I hope that the response I gave them helped out. They asked me some questions about drawing with ballpoint pen. I thought, hey, that was fun. But if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat or put them in the comments too. Don't be afraid. People aren't going to attack you if you ask questions here. You don't know how much I'm restraining myself because I really want to show you all these different pictures that we got coming up for the new branding for the stream here. Going out a whole new door. It's going to change. It's going to change the way the world works, I'm telling you. If people didn't look at me and go, hey, that guy's a serious drawer, they might not now either, but maybe one will. Maybe one. And that person will say, are you Christopher Runtsman? And I'll say, yes. And they'll say, and you're served. No, they won't say that. They'll say, I've got a very important letter for you. And I'll say, okay. And I'll open it up and I'll say, and you're served. Yeah. Didi says the new logo is amazing. Is it the one-page story logo that you mean, or are you talking about bam today's logo? I can't help myself. I'm in trouble. Jim agrees. Oh, well, thank you both. That's very nice. Yes. Smiley face. I was worried that people wouldn't think I'm very serious with that as my YouTube page image there, and then I realized I'm not serious, so who cares? The one over my head. Thank you, Didi. Are the photos tastefully done? I haven't tasted them, but I think they're okay. They it's digital now, so it's harder, like to do that. But for you, Jim, I will find out. Twinkle Pie says, a little salty. Speaking of that, where's Malcolm? Oh, did he already beat me? Salty snacks. Lechex mix. Good pal, salty. Chex Mix, that's French for salty snacks. I don't know if you knew that. And here's some more facts you might not have known. There he is! Look out! Did I miss? What did I miss? Hey, it's Chris. Look out! How you doing, Chris? Welcome aboard. Looking here while I prepare for lessons for the next week. Super. Hiya. Did Lori tell me that is integral to the plot line of film? She told me. She gave me a script. Hey-o! Welcome aboard, Chris. Preparing more lessons for those troublemaking students. I got to tell you this. It's the good teachers that prepare lessons on a regular basis. I've known some teachers that have, for years, just sort of said, I just use those same H1s each year. And I'm like, what? You can't do that. And I wasn't really sure how you would do that. I just put on my catching up with one of the people that I don't know if you're aware of this. One of the people that Jim Luan is outside the house of right now stalking is my musical choice of today. It's catching up with Depeche Mode. What do we got here? Salty's trying to learn Russian. Just imagine you have a cold. That's the secret. Just imagine you have a cold. Right? Did they ever give you feedback on watching Christopher CK? Oh, that's fun. Chris says, I need to play. This is in regard to planning her lessons. I can't stand there for 5 hours improvising. Well, you eventually just resort to the bad jokes. Usually it takes me about 5 minutes before I get into those. I couldn't imagine doing it in 5 hours. Jim says, come on, give us a sneak peek, just one. Okay, one. Well, no, wait. In a moment. Chris says, they love this advice. Oh, that's nice. That's nice of you to say. For those that aren't aware, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, Chris's class in Mexico there watched the stream, and so we talked about creativity in your daily life. Fun bunch. Jim, if you are outside of Martin Gore's house stalking him right now, try not to do anything too weird. I mean, stop yourself when you on the window and make the heart shape. That's enough. Just do that and walk away. And just walk away. Twinkle Pie says, turn on a few episodes of Ancient Aliens. I have a new group this time. The students made comics yesterday. I'll make a video showing them. Oh, awesome. Looking forward to that. That is so, and Dee thinks that's fantastic. That's super. Corrupting minds a semester at a time. Okay, so here is our guy who's asking the question, who back unified? Right? It's a big question of the day. All right, let's have some fun. Boom, 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 boom. Twinkle Pie says the children need to know the ancient knowledges. How hard is it to learn Russian, Malcolm? I've made 3 espressos already. Making them is okay. Don't drink 3 at once. Because then you're like, hey, everybody. Especially if you're about to go to a staff meeting. Do not go into a staff meeting on 3 espressos. Do not do that. let's talk about this year's budget. I mean, yeah, why not? If we're all here anyway. Did Chris make anyone else besides me give them all their bank info to be able to watch this stream? Just checking. Chris says they do need something away from the phones and tablets, etc. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. It's okay, Jim. I have access to his accounts. What do you need? I saved Jelly Beans, Jim. She's got a box of them for me. Jim is on the conspiracies, but is he on the chicken? Is he on the chicken? It's one thing to be on one of them, but you're not committed until you're on both of them. All right, so I'm going to throw some different values on this fella here and there. I'm just making it up as I go along, as per usual. But I want to add a little form. I want to do something with this guy's form. What's fun is in the stream today, we've got some people that are really proficient at using the colored pencils. Malcolm says, birds aren't real, Jim. Leanne just slammed Jim's fingers in the laptop. No, she said, no. Here's a fun question. Has anybody's partner had fun ideas for them like the one that Lori gave us for today? Because let's be honest, most people that, the close people to them in their lives, their family, friends, partners, they're probably not that weirdo artist types like you are, right? They're just, you guys are unique. This is what I'm trying to say. And do they ever give ideas to whatever it is that you're working on? Say, you should try this. And you're like, okay. And then they say, you should try this. And they hit gold, just pure gold. Also, if you really want to challenge yourself, try to get a cat to sit for a shooting, camera shooting. What do you call that? Photo shoot. Holy cow. I love stretching in blue and red, even in digital now. Excellent. Excellent. Sketching, I think you meant, right? Yeah, it's good fun in the sun. Okay, note to self, not a single one of these pencils is the color that it says on the outside. Got gypped. That's a gyp. Yeah, so it's Canada Day here in London, Ontario, Canada. And, there's all kinds of flag waving going on here. Which is, what do we got? Salt says, I have fun ideas. It's a manic phase of bipolar. There you go. You got to maintain. You got to just control it. Focus it. Okay. I'm going to dive deep back in the animating editing. See y'all later. Excellent. See you later, Jim. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Cat and paste. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Hi, Cat. What brand are those pencils? The cheapest ones I could find. They're called Studio. Look at all those Canadian flags. Look at all that. Yeah, these they're triangular, which I thought was neat, and then they're terrible. But there's some element to them that I kind of like. But as far as it goes for the only real problem I have with them is the fact I love these pencils. They're really nice pencils, but the only problem I have with them is that none of the colors that are on the ends of the pencils are actually the color that is inside the pencils. So, you know. All right. So our guy who's asked our question today, I'm just playing with putting different colors down and seeing what happens. But our guy who's asked our question today is rather beefy, burly, girthsome. Yeah, it's really annoying. It really is, Didi. Thank you. Yeah, it is quite aggravating when you sit down and you're trying to lay in an image and you realize that any given value that you're like, this is a green, that this really crazy weird yellow has come out of what's supposed to be a green pencil. And, you know, that's fine. You got to do what you can with whatever tools that you got sometimes. Good Lord. Sorry. Snoring Magoo over here. I like to think of the limitations that we can impose on ourselves. I like to think that the limitations that we impose on ourselves can actually be of benefit to us, because it sort of makes us, fall out of the comfortable things that we always do. Specifically because, well, whatever material that we've got today isn't going to be able to facilitate that. It's not going to be able to work that way. And so part of the fun is exploring that and seeing what you can get out of something. It's like, it's one of those things where sometimes it's not the tools that you need to freshen up, right? Sometimes it's the technician. This character looks like he sells deli sandwiches. He does. You like bratwurst, kid? Huh? Do you? You want some bratwurst? Oh my gosh, there we go. Chris says, do tiny sandwiches if possible. I mean, I will write down tiny sandwiches. Love it. I'll put that in there. Intense pencils are not the same as, would I miss something before? Chris said, I know cheap brands are like that. I try not to buy Chinese-made brands for that reason. And then Didi says, intense pencils are not the same color as the lead. I made little sticker wraps to put around mine to see the exact color. Inktense. Okay, sorry. I think that maybe I need to do that. I think that maybe that's my solution, or your solution for my problem. Because these are making me mad. Don't I seem full of rage right now? Okay, so putting some glasses on this nerd. I mean, who wears glasses? Forget it. One of my friends told me that they don't like to watch when we're drawing, and I will draw something, random thing like glasses over a person's face that, just randomly halfway through a picture, and they'll go, don't, every time. I hate when you do that. They just expect me to. Kaza kerfuffle. Let's see what color you are. Maybe you'll be some kind of green. It's going to happen. I will find one. Chris says, I love Inktense. I know some people hate them. The secret is the water. What is it? Just went from selling sandwiches to I see solutions. I don't hate them. Just don't love them, CK. Oh. Is Inktense a water soluble, or is it just that by utilizing the water that you get the right consistency that you want? Green. Happy. They are water-soluble ink pens. What? What? Now, who's in the what? 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 Water-soluble and permanent when dissolved? Huh? Inktense. Oh, come on. I'm on a budget. Love it. I'm going to look them up. Telling me all this good stuff. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something I want to play with. I like drawing with ink. It's a pencil. Oh. I once got a 12 set that I saved for the complete 72 set of Inktense. Oh, that's excellent. Get one or two to play with next time you shop. Yeah, I did not understand of their existence. Some of them shall be coming home with me next time. Oh, yes, indeed they shall. Ask for some for my birthday, too. This year I'll be turning 39. Again. And again. And again. Chris says I mix them, DD, with regular colors. They're good for underpainting effects. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I hope that anybody else that's tuned into the stream today is writing that down as well. Does that not sound like something fun to play with? I especially like that you're using these ink-soluble pencils with your regular pencils or inks. Like, is that regular pencil work, or is that ink work that you're doing at the time that you mix those with? Because if it's one, I'm impressed. If it's the other, I'm extra impressed. All right, what do we got? I get them individually. The basic set does not include violet in 12 colors. Well, that's not good. If I could only have one water-soluble product, I would still save the Neil Color 2. Ooh, those are also water-soluble crayons. Ha ha. Right. My big excitement in the art store in Toronto was to find those China markers. Those, so excited that I bought many of them, so that I shouldn't be running out for a while, a long, long while. If they know what's good for them. Aggressive. Who are you? Well, it says brown. Let's see what happens. Missing stuff. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Here we go. I got off work early. I'm going to go run and stock up on strawberries and ice cream to survive the Canadian weekend. Look forward to seeing the final page. Thanks, Twinkle Pies. Have a great day. Lots of strawberries and ice cream. It's a good plan. They're not available in Mexico yet. This is Chris. I got the Ink Tense pan. It's got some of the new colors. So what is the other one? Neo Color and Ink Tense is the two I got to write down. Make sure you get the 2s Neo ones. Neo 1 is just wax. Look at the 2s. My favorite water-soluble product is Derwent Tinted Charcoal Paint Pan. Good heavens, all these names I'm learning today. Where have I been, under a rock? Neo 2s. What is that again? Neo what? I'm scrolling up. Neo Color. You guys spelled color wrong. Neo Colors 2. And Kat, you're saying it's the Derwent Tinted Charcoal Paint Pan. Don't forget the maple, Twinkle. Hey, did you hear that, Twinkle Pies? Get some maple. What are you talking about? Every Canadian has maple in their house. It's a rule. I don't have those, Janet says. Uh-oh. Karen dash Neo. Is that? I don't know what I'm reading. I've got the Derwent Graphite 24 colors, graphite tint. So are these pencil crayons again? Is that what we're... Karen Diao and Polychromos. See, I'm writing down words. Okay, they're out of Chris's budget. Graphic tint is nice if you want muted colors and they match the watercolors perfectly. Nice product. All right, I'm going to write that one down too. Graphic tint. I want to say graphic tint. The O2 color are crayons. Okay. Made a list. I made a list. I will give this to my people. And I'll say to them, acquire these things for me, would be. Yeah, you stay too. There we go. You're who I was looking for. All right. So has anybody got any grand plans for the weekend? Twinkle Pies is to sit down and eat strawberries and ice cream. Graphic tint is great for winter landscapes. Ooh, nice. You know what else is great for winter landscapes? A lot of white. Sorry. Something with lots of rocks and mountains. Nice. Nice. Graphic tint. Okay. Make sure I had that one down. Plaid. Oh, did he's off? So we got the old Grand Bambinos coming by. Chaos. My one neighbor gets a little overzealous with the fireworks in their backyard. It's just inevitable. An amount of time, and then I promise you, calamity will strike. So people are just a little bit chaotic around fireworks and the like. Janet, I like the Derwent tinted charcoal pan even better than the Graphitint pan. I got those written down. I didn't know the Graphitint was a pan. All right, so the question posed at the beginning of this page is, who will back you in a fight? My cat will. Oh, Chandler the handler. How you doing, sir? I know what it needs. I know what I need to get going here. All right, I'm having fun now. Some of the fun about just randomly grabbing colors as you're working is that, especially if you're working without a net, you know what I mean? Like you haven't got a source image or something like that to work from, is that you might find things that you wouldn't have otherwise. You know, just from taking that moment to just throw down some values and see stuff. That stuff comes together. I tend to look at things less as lines and more as shapes, areas. But I think that more so when I'm coloring the pencil crayon or the like, or something that I'm just throwing volumes down and form, like in little forms, little shapes, weird boxes, you know. So I finally settled on the 60 pages for the new book, and I'm, you know, I feel really good about them. I was rather belaborious in the decision making for me to just knuckle down on it, because I really kind of wanted to represent some of the suggestions and choices that other people have made, and so I appreciate those that did tell me some things, some of the pages that they enjoyed and they appreciated, and I'd written all those down. Those of you that did that, and thank you very much for doing so. So I wrote those down, and so what we did is both Lori and I went through the pages, me as, you know, nerd, and her as you know, person outside of, you know, this style of storytelling, and you know what would compel her to pick, you know, the book up from this, you know, specifically which pages that I'm posting. And then at the same time, the third column was I had written down the ones that people had checked off, that those are the pages that they like. So thank you for that, everybody. We settled on 60. So, and it was very nice of people that took part in that. Philip, hi, Philip. Didi's back. Kat says it must have been hard to choose. Every page you've done is book worthy. Oh, well, that's nice of you, Kat. Thank you, Didi, as well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because it's me doodling them. Here, I'm going to hold that up so maybe I'll pick up the colors better. Maybe it's because it's me scribbling these things down, but I tend to be really, there's a few instances where, you know, Lori's saying to me, hey, you know, okay, I think you're being too hard on that one, because I just shut down pages entirely. Nope, that one's a 2. And, you know, I think we're the most critical of our own creation. So it's funny that like there are things that Lori voted for higher, and that was voted for by others. Dee Dee's one of the people that's on the listing. And so there were pages in there that were picked by you guys that I would not have ever picked. I would have; those would not have been in my my list, and 2 of those got in based on that. So it's kind of, a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fun book. I'm not going to do a title page either. I'm just doing each page as they come on their own merit. Because I think if I do a title page, people will be flipping back and forth. Most of the titles are on the pages, right? Does it really matter to have a title page? Chris says, I'm back. Checking laundry. It's getting cloudy after weeks of a heat wave. Oh, yeah. You're probably getting some of the weather that's coming down from the north here. We've had some humdingers. Humdingers. Okay, so here's our first guy. I'll tighten this up a little bit more as we go. But let's find another one. Kat asked if Corbyn got a vote. No. I think that he spent a good period of the time interrupting us and just trying to say, what you really should be doing right now is petting me. You should be petting me right now. None of this. All right, so I got another face pick. So we'll just get cracking on that. What did I draw initially in? I think it was a red. We'll go back to that. Oh, I think it was this red. Well, we got a new one now. Got a new one, and its name, Ronaldo. Okay. All right, so this is a good question that this fellow has asked. So let's draw somebody being rather thought-provoked by it. I need more organization in my studio. Yeah, there's a part of me that just want to do this page like a soap opera. Oh, Gary's joined us. Hi, Gary. Welcome aboard, sir. I hope everybody has a good weekend. It's a long weekend in Canada. And then fireworks here and there, and then of course the Americans have your weekend is next weekend, I think it is. It'd be a lot of fun. I said I was moving on to the next face, and then I got carried away. I realized that the subtle difference of this value from the previous one is like, oh, I gotta put that down. Gary, you missed it, but earlier Jim Luhan informed us that he's busy stalking Martin Gore outside of his house today. He saw them recently in concert, but it's just like he can't get enough of seeing Depeche Mode. So this is the holiday weekend, sort of. Tuesday's the holiday. Oh, okay. Lunch break. Pooped back in. Happy Connect Day, you Hoosers. Chris, that looks likely like the gopher snake. Trademark, Jim Luhan. No, it's not. It's a distant relative of the gopher snake. You know why? Because there's genetics in that family. Strike again. Next Tuesday night, folks, or Wednesday night, folks. It is going to be the most serious interview show you've ever seen. Yeah, so I got this package from the publisher, and talking about marketing and the interview circuit, and just as soon as I looked at this, I went immediately. No, what? And yet here I am blathering away. Talk to people. Yeah, I'm a conundrum to myself. Robert, your thumbnail picture makes you look like Rolf Harris. Yes! No! Gotta go. Have a great weekend, everyone. You too, Chris. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. You know, Rolf Harris, one of my favorite documentaries was what Rolf Harris doing a portrait of Queen Elizabeth. And they've taken that painting out of the Royal Collection, right? And that video is not in circulation anymore because Rolf Harris was a bad boy. And I regret that because I really enjoyed that. It was such a wonderful process to watch him painting. Gary, question of the day. It's also for you, Robert. What's your happy place, town, or city? Tired to Drew Downsport. Okay, this is Kat. I don't think you were here for that either. What's your happy place? Originally, it was what's your happy town, but then Jim's got to say Santa Barbara. That's how I pronounce it, because it's just down the road from Hanna-Barbera. Okay, I got to get on to the next phase. What are we at? 107. Let's just get this in quick. Okay. Get some good squinchy eyes going here. What's your favorite place? Now, there's a really cool town nearby Robert, who's in the stream right now. There's a really cool town by them. Then I think that he might be guessing that one. He might be. He could. I say this because he hates one of the towns that's nearby him. He hates it. Hate. Strong word, not just for breakfast anymore. Oh, here's something, by the way. If you are in, before I get onto what Gary's answer is, if you are in Instagram, I've been having a real problem with this, that I can't see what everybody's doing because for some reason it's just inundating me with junk. Up at the top left corner with the Instagram, it says Instagram and the logo, the text logo. If you hit that, down drops a little menu and you can hit the thing that, so you just see the people you're following. So if anybody else is having the same situation, please try that out, because I have been, I don't want people to think I've been remiss in trying to see what their posts are. I literally was not getting sent anybody's, and I didn't realize that I was. So yeah, look up that if you want to look at just the list of people that are following you. That's the way to do it. I did that wrong. I should have been, this is how we do it. Yeah. Happy place, Flagstaff, Arizona, where I went to college. Now go Lumberjacks. A smaller sort of granola college town with mountains, trees, snow in the winter. I still miss it. Snow in the winter. What a novel idea. Well, yeah, bye, Chris. Take care. Honestly, a little town called Paraparau. How do you say that? Paraparamu, I think. Paraparamu. In the Kapiti coast of New Zealand. Gesundheit. I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation completely. I was absolutely sure it was going to be the small town called Elmer. There's literally a crazy cult in this town nearby us. It is literally a cult. And it's just a matter of time until, we're going to have an incident in the area here, because they are crazy and very loud and publicly so. So, Gary says, keep in mind that I grew up in Phoenix, so the first snowfall I saw felt like being on an alien world. It's funny, I couldn't imagine that. I really couldn't, because Canada has got such a diverse, biome. It's like the idea of not seeing snow. I think I'd feel far, far out of sorts in a place that doesn't have, 4 seasons. Robert's second guess is the Shire. Jim says, okay, back to animating. Lunch was an avocado Sesame Street bagel. I'm going to say street with tomatoes, because I'm from California. Where did you get that? Did you drive down the road 2 blocks down past Demas and then moved your way over into the 402 and there was a shop just off the overpass, or what? Para Moo translates to cooking pot, and considering the Maori were cannibals, I always enjoyed that. It had to be something. Oh man, Jim, my daughter freaked when she couldn't get fresh OJ in New Jersey. She's been in LA too long. We will squeeze these oranges right at your table, man. Just, we get, most of our oranges comes from the States here. And Canada doesn't have a climate for bananas either, strangely enough. There are, where I am, okay, and very much differently than many of you here, there are no mountains where I am. And so my first experience of seeing mountains, to my knowledge, was a few years ago. It was literally within the last 15, 20 years. And I went to BC to pick up a friend that was in duress. And so I flew across Canada to BC, landed on Vancouver Island, the airport there, went 3 blocks over to pick them up from a hospital, and back to the airport and back on the plane, back to here. And the only way I saw the mountains was twofold. One, from overhead, because we were on the plane, because when we landed on Vancouver Island, completely overcast with fog. And occasionally there'd be a break in the fog, and I'd see mountains and freak out. Like, what the? It does not in any way look real. So, Gary says OJ is like fish. Once you've had fresh, it's hard to go back. I guess so. I think so. I don't know. Again, Ontario is pretty in the middle of nowhere. When it comes, we don't get big fish. We get local fish. We're growing an orange tree in our front yard. The neighborhood was actually historically citrus groves. Oh, nice. My wife freaked out when she found palm trees growing in England. There's a guy literally around the corner from me. We could not figure out all winter long. Nice, Gary. We could not figure out what in the world. He had this plastic weird tent thing in his front yard for like the last 8 months. And then it came off. He's growing a palm tree. Because of the snow that we get here, he literally has to build a shelter for it for a percentage of the year. Ridiculous. Philip says, happiness is overrated. I'm going to read it like this. Being indifferent about everything's the way to go. I want to put a positive bent on that just to undermine it. Yeah, you get it. See, it's technically happy now. Forced happiness. That's what that was. You kind of like building faces up this way. Not a very strong structure guy. Like putting in the lines and the shapes and the spaces. But Philip says, it sounds like me when I talk to people at work. That level of enthusiasm. We were at Home Depot the one time, and somebody came up and went, hi, welcome to Home Depot. Can I help you? And no. Too much enthusiasm must back away. Okay, so today's page is who will back you in a fight? My cat will. And because yesterday I drew the page in ballpoint pen, I like to pivot. So when I'm working from page to page, so today I went with pencil crayon or colored pencils, as they say in American. Hey, that's better than, dude, get it yourself. Have you ever had anyone say that to you? Oh my gosh. I don't think I ever have. I've had people say, sir, you could, if you want to just ask for somebody to get it down for you. Because being a tall person, I'll reach up and grab the thing here and not ask for assistance because I can reach there. And it's not, my feet haven't left the ground, right? And I've still had people come up to me. We had recently a Canadian Tire. I was getting down a ceiling fan of all things. I had to take down a box with a ceiling fan just to put the ceiling fan back up. And this young lady comes up and goes, sir, if you could just ask one of the staff for help, please. We don't want people reaching up. And I had it in my hands and went, did you want me to put it back? you can get a ladder. Yeah. And Lori just went. Judy says, nah, they just walked by and pretend they didn't hear you. That's good when they do that, because then you can kick him right in the butt. You know how loud I can talk? I can imagine they got an earful. First time I encountered that enthusiasm was at the first Disney store in London, England, with an American greeter. She literally terrified the British. They had no idea how to react at all. It was like being mugged. Oh, dear. Oh. It would have been that all day long. Every person who went through, oh my, oh, I say, oh dear. Hi, oh. The problem we have in Canadian stores is we apologize for things that we didn't do anything. We apologize for that. That's a thing in Canadian stores, so that you'll have somebody come to you, excuse me, I'm sorry. But just to say hi, yeah. Oh, sorry, hi, yeah. Dumb. Isn't that a Disney rule? All that enthusiasm, Robert. He calls you a vet. That's so much cooler. It's like vet, like svelte. Just checking time. All right. It's 3:20. You know what that means. No and me. No, it. Yeah, the ABBA's on. I got ABBA. I fall down an ABBA well. What do I got? The only job I could do at Disney would be Sleeping Beauty. So when a guest woke me up, I could say, "Hey, do you mind? I'm working here." Good grief, don't do that here, Christopher. That is assuming guilt, and they never forgive you. Oh my gosh. Are there any Disney stores left? I think they completely pulled out of Canada. I don't know. There was one in a mall here. I knew that much. I don't know if there is. What about all those dodgy princesses? What about all those dodgy princess cut? That's just SA waiting to happen. Admitting guilt, assuming guilt. I don't know. What if I start the sentence with, "Hey, jerk face"? I'm sorry, but I guess that was definitely assuming guilt because I knew it. I hurt your feelings because I called a person jerk face. Man, it's tough talking with Americans. Well, you know, and you have to say, "Howdy." What does that mean? Ma'am. You don't want to get that. You know, you don't want to say that to the wrong person. Boy, oh boy. I'll never be allowed near the OK Corral again. Are cowboys still allowed to go, "Ma'am," in a country that isn't allowed to assume gender anymore? Asking for a friend. That'll work. I just call everyone guys. So I have a friend named Dennis, and he has the greatest way of saying hello or addressing you in an email or anything. He always does the same thing as, "Oh, hey, gang." Every time. "Oh, hey, gang, it's Dennis." He'll send you an email and he'll say, "Oh, hey. Oh, hey, gang." The best. Dee Dee, don't you misgender me. But you know my pronouns. Anytime I greet people in any situation, anytime I go into any new situation, I always find it best when I'm introducing myself to spread my legs really wide and to lean back like this and, "Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you." It just draws attention to yourself, and it just sort of says, "I'm in the room. I'm in the room." It's very theatrical. Dee Dee's conspiracy. Dee Dee's pronouns are Told you so. Since English doesn't have a third person plural gender neutral like other languages, I'm going to write out guys. Why not gang? As in cool and the. And we'll all feel like we're part of that band and we can celebrate. Works for me, Gary. Oh, we got Philip says, I was referred to as they once, but only because I got so fat I was counted twice. Works for me, Gary. I've actually seen Chris do that in real life. It's certainly something. Yeah, it's a good way of letting people know you're there. I would have quickly looked behind myself. You got referred to as they. I don't think I'll ever be referred to as they. I'm still desperately banking that one day someone will call me Maestro. I'm just waiting for that day where someone introduces me as, this is Christopher. He's funky fresh. Though being in Arizona, maybe I could start greeting mixed groups as, hey, cowpokes. Partners. How could you leave partners at the door? How could you leave that? Partners. Right? And then you can mosey up to something. Mosey. Find yourself in establishments where it's acceptable to sashay. If anybody knows what sashaying actually is, that's going to be my new walk, I think. I'm just trying to shake it up. Folks. Let's do this one. Nope. Nobody likes you. Get out of here. I thought I had. Oh, there it is. I got it. I found it. It's okay. I found the pencil. I rode through Arizona once. I was with Girls Ride Out. It was awesome. Sashay away. If you have a package or a mail, shoot me. Yep. When you walk into a room, it's important in these gender-neutral days to know where you stand. This is why, as a man, I like to walk into a room, find a chair, pull it up, put my leg on top, and lean over as I conversate. If possible, I will spit on the floor to show how masculine I am. Just shoot me, she says. Dee Dee says, everyone needs to see that Chip from the Kindergarten Cop. Well, I know it helped me. I'm just saying. I learned all about the birds and the bees from Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Yeah, clip from the Kindergarten Cop. It's a great scene. That, and it's not a tumor. Every time he complains he has a headache, one of the kids asks him if it's a tumor. I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff here. I love it when Dee Dee Willingham talks dirty. Gary. There's no introduction quite so direct as kicking a door open and shitting, "Hello, bozos!" You're never going to make another impression that's just like that. Just that. I answered a cat, so you ever tell anybody, "Hi, I'm Cat," and they go, "Meow." Kick them. Kick them. I'm a married man. I'm not sure I can listen to this level of smut. Oh, that ship sailed 10 minutes ago. I hope that's turning out. Yeah, okay, you can see it in the camera. That's all right. It is pretty raunchy. It is pretty raunchy in here. It's rape. Huh? Rape. How many years does it take for an orange tree to start to actually produce oranges? I wonder if there's anybody in the stream that we could ask that question to. Anyone? Looks amazing, Christopher, the drawing. Oh, thanks, Steve. Thank you. I find that because I've really, when I'm doing color pencil, I really build it up lightly. Oftentimes, I'm always worried you can't see it at all from the overhead view. So. Just trying to get the emotion out of here. Because this aggressive question upset this person. Dee Dee says 3 to 5 years. Orange trees start making fruit almost immediately, but it's best to pluck them off as you notice them so it focuses on growing root size, not fruit. Interesting. So I guess after 3 years, you've probably got enough root for your fruit to produce. 5 times fast. Say it, go. I don't know the root and the tomato, or I'm sorry. We'll get there. Orange tree would take apple trees out the nose up here. Aren't you glad that Gary is so smart? Banana. It's good, my cat. All right, so this lady's upset. We have a fig too. which apparently takes 1 to 5 years to fruit. Hasn't happened yet, but probably soon. Though I read you should toss the first crop as it's not great. What are you wearing until the fig leaves are ready? I'm disappointed in myself for that. Get some bees. Boy, oh boy, that was demanding. There's a great bit, if you get an opportunity, it's a Rowan Atkinson bit with John Cleese, where John Cleese is an interviewer, and Rowan Atkinson is a beekeeper. And every time certain things are said by John Cleese, Rowan Atkinson has an autonomic response for it. So whenever he says bee, then Rowan Atkinson goes, wah! So, no, he goes like that. So whenever, and it's honey. When he says honey, he goes, wah! Like that. So as John Cleese is trying to ask him questions about, raising bees. I'm sorry? He goes, nothing. Please do continue. It's a ridiculous sketch. I love it so much. When I was in Italy, people were so impressed by the wizened little olive trees. I never got it. I think because those little olive trees are incredibly old. I'd love to have bees, but there are kids next door. Actually, maybe bees are an even better idea. I think you need to get twice as many. Theologically speaking, fig leaves are self-righteousness. Vet, Gary says, there's a park nearby full of olive trees. They aren't attractive to me and make my allergies go crazy. You go over there and you kick them, Gary. You go over there and you say, no. That'll teach him. Say no. That's what I do. Twice as many bees. You get twice as many. That's right. That's Chris's advice. How to handle neighborhood children. Bees. Oh, and he says pollen. Rowan Atkinson has to get out of the chair and walk around him. The bee pollen. Vet says, bonsai trees are older and smaller. They take that, you stupid olives. You showed them. Now kick them. This is such a cranky old man thing to say, but I've had to give them their ball back so many times. Put up a baseball net, Gary. A gigantic 30-foot tall baseball net. It's a sign. It's a signal to them. Keep your own damn balls. That or you put a physical sign up, stake it in the ground, and it says on it, keep your own damn balls on your own damn side of the fence. It's really good for letting neighbors know where they stand with each other. And then kick them. Sick there twice as many bees on them. Frisbees. Every time I go in my backyard, I fling 3 frisbees over the fence. Because the kids play frisbee across the fence. And when they go back over to their side of the yard, because we share our property with our neighbor has 6 kids. And she's a single mom. And so we let her kids, we play badminton over the fence. You know what I mean? Anyways, so they play catch frisbee 500 over the 2 yards. But when they go back home for the night, they leave all the damn frisbees on the ground. So that's my chance to have my youth back and to fling frisbees at their side. So it's good. Diddy's in love with bonsai trees. Good to know. I like them too, but they're so short. Paul Pete. Hi, gang. Hello, Pantless. If I had to tell my parents I lost my ball more than 3 or 4 times, they'd look at me like I had a head injury. Technically, they're not losing it. They're just placing it in your yard. Losing it as if it was to go over their fence, and then they wander around their yard going, "What happened? I had it a minute ago." That's losing it. I had to buy a whole new package of birdie shuttlecocks for badminton because the kids spike it so hard at each other that they've killed at least 8 of them already. And your parents would make you go outside and drink from the hose. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. Cat, Dee, howdy. See, look at he's hitting all the marks today. He came in saying gang. Now he said howdy to everybody. He's so ready for the weekend. We're all coming to your house, Paul. Burgers at Paul's. Dude. What am I missing? Burgers and cartoons. Bring it on. Nice. There in 5 hours. No, where are you? You're in Michigan. Chicken and conspiracies. Bring it on. My oldest. I mistakenly talked to them this morning on the phone for a completely obvious thing for them, but thing that still somehow surprised me because I said, "What are you guys up to?" And Dad, we need fireworks for tonight. Like it was such a can't believe you're even asking us this. I did it to myself. I sort of knew that was what was going on anyways, but I still asked. There's a band that I really like that plays 1930s swing music, and they're called the Squirrel Nut Zippers, which sounds like, what's that name about? It's the name of a firework. There's a certain kind of firework that's called a Squirrel Nut Zipper. Like that, This band named themselves after that, but it sounds racy. What time are we at? 1:45. Are we allowed fireworks in Canada? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, we do. People get completely carried away with it. There's at least one building set on fire in this region every year. And we don't have a dry climate here. We really don't have a dry climate here, but they still manage to set something on fire in their backyard. Their lush, green, treed backyards. Somehow do it. Tell the homies to keep them out of the woods. You picked up on that. Yep. You got trees, man. You can't light off fireworks here. Every year, somebody does it. Oh, I didn't think that because they're green, they could catch on fire. What are you talking about? There's only one response for that. Would. That's the response for that. Yeah, this face is coming together too. I'm liking this one. Just does not like the question. That's what this face is all about. Does not like the question. The question is, who back you in a fight? Yeah. Didi says, okay, I need to run. I think I sat next to Salty too long today. Uh-oh. Take care, Didi. Have a great weekend. For those, I will be back on. I will be in on Monday at 2:00. As far as I'm aware right now, I'll let you know over the weekend if not. And on Monday at 2:00, I will be posting the next of our new style branding. This was Lori's idea. Letting who knows me best decide how to improve my art branding. So stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend, Dee. I'll do a little bit more on this. And so the suggestion for today is, who will back you in a fight? My cat will. Who will back you in a fight? Okay, all right. I think I got the answer. Ooh. That would totally be a Johnny Carson moment. The question today is, who will back me in a fight? Who will back me in a fight? Ed? No, won't be Ed. Johnny Carson impression. Because I'm hip, because I'm relevant. So I got to take a little bit of white and punch it around the glasses here, because I want to. No glass is just a black line and that's it. Even if you have black glasses, they've got, highlights on them, right? So what are we at? 148. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get on to doing a couple things. Listen, before we go, if anybody has their one-page ideas, suggestions, put them in the comments. Lori is reminding me that I need to request of people that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you put your notifications on, the next stream comes up, we'll have the next one of these style pictures being showcased from the photo shoot that we did. We're shaking it up on this here stream, folks. We're changing the game. Okay, now Jim asked me for this before, and I said I would show a sneak peek of another one at the end of the stream today. So on Monday, you guys get to decide. All right. So everybody pay attention for a second. Will it be this one? Oh, hold on. I don't even have it on the screen yet. Oh my God. What is this? What does the matter with this guy? Okay, here we go. So you get to decide. Here is today's. And is Monday's going to be this one? I don't think so. Maybe not. How about we choose from this one or this one? Which will it be? This is you got more of this stuff coming, folks. There's so many of these. And we've got a second file, and they're all Corbin. Yeah, for the quality. All right. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to sign out. I'll be back on Monday at 2:00. I hope to see you then. And in the meantime, I'm not trying to remember if I had anything I was doing this weekend. Anyways, either way, I'm off this weekend. So, it's just doing whatever we want to do this weekend. So if anybody wants to do anything, let me know. I'm keen like a jelly bean. Kat says they're all priceless. Oh, there's a lot of them. When you see Corbin's, but we tried to set it up so that the poses that I do, the cat does too. It's tragic. That poor cat. I mean, I'm just putting them through the gears here. But I got a picture of Corbin doing this same pose. So, yeah, brace yourselves. It's going to get really weird. Too late. It's already there. All right. So, that in mind, I think I'll one more time. There you go. I think that I'll sign off. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. In the meantime, I hope you guys all have a really great weekend, and that everybody's working on the things that they want to work on. I really encourage, if there's ideas that you see that people are suggesting, these one-page things that you want to take on, that you please do. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And in the course of doing so, I would absolutely love if you shared them just so I could see them. So besides that, I'm off. Have a great long weekend, and happy Canada Day, and happy 4th of July on Tuesday. Might as well say that now in case I don't chat with anybody until then. All right. Bye for now, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye for now.